which is my book. Okay, so instead of me taking a small room, I'm going to talk about my book because it's kind of framing other people's projects in a way. Right, comparing economic operating systems. The traditional economic system operates with money as a scalar, okay, tracking the point of exchange. Okay, so we're buying and selling things. Money for thing, product, service, experience. Money is treated as a thing. It has location, as a coin or a note in your pocket, or as a number in your bank account. The economic operating system, based on the technology of money, is inherently unstable. The technology of scalar money does not contain where it is going. This uncertainty is compensated with contracts, promissory notes, insurance, and all manner of language-coded scripts supported by a professional legal system and executed by state officers empowered to detain and imprison citizens for basically not playing the game well. All right. The alternative economic operating system of EcoSquared operates with money as a vector, tracking a relational intention, responsibility, social contract. Okay, it's a different contract. The base level is a different contract. Vector money, or credits in scale, accompany a thing when it is shared. Okay, a thing is given with credits. The contract is of faith and trust. This is a completely different contract, buying and selling. Once accepted, the money and the thing is accepted, and there is an implicit responsibility to share it forward. If the thing shared is a future objective, then accepting the intention and the credits indicate a responsibility to realize the objective and again, share it forward. By making the direction of intent transparent by default, collective trust is made visible and thereby generates a stable economic operating system. Okay, that's one section of this, okay? So I'm suggesting that this fundamental, we're not tracking the transaction. I bought this phone, I gave money for this phone, I'm giving the phone and I'm giving money, okay? But here's the thing, we don't have enough time, do we, in our lives? So what I'd like you to do is make sure that you're thanking people, and nearly everybody's on Gift Party, thank people, okay? But hopefully some of you may have received, the one person I was counting on is Julie, and she's on a plane. Okay, so the idea was that we could see, so I'm going to show you this, all right? What I would like to do is share forwards. So if you received something, you could share it forwards. So the gift party, for example, you could go right now if you wanted to, you can hit share. And I think nearly everybody here has got it. No, Frederick still hasn't got it, and Felix, and Justine, and Diana. Various people haven't accepted these things. So I can go through this list and find them and share. Pop. And I'm going to share with them and say, please look at this event. Now, I'm sharing this event, and what I'm going to do later is I'm going to share this event of the recording, maybe the edited version, okay? And so people in the future are watching now. Okay, the people in the future are watching now. Relative to them, we are in the past. But they also have the app, and they will be able to share it forwards. So for example, and this is what I would like to have done, with reflexive education, is I should be able to click on a reflexive education. And this time, instead of looking at the people list, which is a bit dull, but it's lovely, but it's functional, I'm going to look at the distribution graph. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so Julie's given it to me, David, given it to Frederick, given it to Hattie, and given it to Robert. And Robert has tried to share it forwards to Matthew. Okay, so if each of these people, okay, could get on to this reflexive education, and then when they get onto this thing, they hit the share button, share it with anybody in this room. Okay, now it doesn't really matter. Now, obviously it should be somebody that you know, but if you could just share it to 2 people, just pick 2 people I'm going to share it now with Fatima because that was great. Collins has just entered, so I'm going to share it with them. Okay. And, please look at this. We're going to spend 5 minutes just doing this. Please look at reflexive education. It's amazing. Now, obviously, it should be something. Actually, I do know about this. Julie's amazing, and this is amazing. So I'm happy. Okay. The bit that's unusual is that when I share it, I also give them money. You think, wait, where did I get that money from? Well, I add money myself. I put in actually £50 just the other day. But you've got money. And how do you have money? Because I've shared it with you. If somebody shares something with you, they've given you money. And it's in your balance up here. And it shows you how much money you've got. Okay? So the thing that's different about this is when you share it forwards, you're also sharing money. Which means it's a way to indicate value to somebody. They put a hand up, they've got, oh, look, I've this, look, somebody's actually shared something with somebody, rather than me just randomly going through different things. Has anybody actually, have you shared it for us? Oh, this one's good. This one's good. Bahati, okay, has shared a whole bunch of you. Bahati's gone completely bonkers, all right? Bahati's, Felix, Marth, could you go to your incoming? There should be a little red number to your incoming. And if you tap on that, you'll have a gift for you, okay? And it's Bahati. So Margarita, Felix, Leslie, Jack, Elna, Sanjivina. Oh, wait a minute. They're not here. Okay, so I think he may have just picked different people. Okay. Okay, and I've shared it with Frederick. Sandra's accepted it. Right. Another way of doing it is what you can do is, look, if you go to gift party, here's another way of doing it. And then you go to community and you go to distribution graph, you will see, ooh, that's quite good. But this is not healthy. This is not healthy. Why? Because I've shared it with a bunch of people and they haven't shared it forwards. The only thing that's healthy about this is that Karen, hey, Karen, has shared it forwards, but nobody's accepted. Okay. Now, if we get to the point where it looks healthy, and I was hoping by the end of this 1 hour, okay, that we could have a couple of examples and a few that are healthy. Now, how can we do this? Well, I can go to these people and I can look at them. Oops, come on, move. Right, how can I move this? Oh, I can't move this anymore. Oh, I don't know why. Right, I'm going to go to Bahati. Okay, I click on him and I can value him. That means thank. But I can also offer him something. What can I offer him? And I can offer him my products. What's the one of the things that I want to share? Okay, a little bit tricky. Oh, products. Let's go to products. Do I have the Howie? Oh yeah, there we go. Howie Threads of Change. So that's another way of sharing. I click on the person, I choose Howie Threads of Change, and I'm going to share this with him. Okay, Bahati, please share this forwards. Please share this forwards. Now, I was hoping that we'd have more of an example of this, and hopefully I'll get better at this, and we will get better at this. And I'm going to give him £1, $1, 100 cents. And that's it. I just shared that with him. And when I go to the Howie Threads of Change, I will see, hopefully, where is it? In my products list, view all products. Where's the Howie Threads of Change? Bosh, there's Howie Thread of Change. Community, bosh, and distribution graph, bosh. And I have shared Bahati. There he is. Okay, he's not accepted it yet, but hopefully he will. Now, the idea, Julie has shared this forwards with Glenn, Howie, and with Matthew, but they have not accepted. And so it's only when they accept can they share it forwards. Now, we are running out of time with this section. It's 58, so we're really coming to the end of this. I could have read another section of my book. I've written this book about economics, but it's also about how we're doing business. And I'm happy to carry on for this next bit, but I don't know. Timing's off. I'm not sure if we've shown anything. I'm happy to do the next section. And then at the end of that, we can then just reflect on our experiences. The objective, however, is that this is our reflection. Okay, it's a reflection of where we are. It's a reflection of how we've listened to people. It's also a reflection of what we've done. So when we're listening to anybody do a presentation, while they're presenting, if somebody pops to our head, we go, oh, that person should know, we share it forwards. And if they're not on the app, it's quite easy. So for example, Glenn's book, Quest to Rescue Our Future. Okay, if I share this forwards and it's a person that does not know, does not been on this list, I cannot find them. If I search for them, I'm going to look for, you know, my friend, Peter Williams. Okay, Peter Williams, is he there? No, he's not there. Okay, right, I'm going to quick share. And then I quick share, hit the quick share, and I get a link. And I just copy that link, and then I paste it somewhere. Okay, and I say it to William, I say in an email, or for example, in Zoom, or on a chat, or somewhere, I just say, can you have a look at this? You know, look at this. Look at this. Look at this book. Look at this book, William. You know, in an email or something, and then I post the link. You think, that's just sharing the link. I've given him money. I've given him money. Now, I can't go into this with a lot of detail. It sounds to me as if I'm just talking about this app. I'm actually, it's about the economic, it's about how we're doing business. And over these next few years, I think we can create the first self-finance network. That's what the book's about. The first self-finance network. It is not a company. It is not a company, but there's money flow. Okay. And so, for example, Glenn's got this book. And if we can simultaneously, I'm adding money and sharing it, we're raising money. And the readership of the book becomes a body of people. And there's a flow of money with this body of people. And what are we going to do with that money? Okay. And so Glenn's book becomes a community, proper community with money flow. It is not he's got the money is in flow with us. And then the people that currently have the money, we're deciding, well, what are we doing with it? We could give it to Glenn. He might have a great project. Or he may ask people, you know, do you have a project? And then we realign the money towards the people who need it. Or, for example, the money that's going to Ray for his, he's trying to raise £2,000 for a borehole. All the money that I put in, £10 to share it forwards, is going to go to Ray. So it looks as if it's going out, but it is going to go to Ray. Okay, how? And, you know, I could go into details on that. So, but the point is, what I'm trying to suggest is it's a different way. Now, on this Miro board, and I put the link, there are explanations on how Scale works. There's little walkthroughs for the Scale app. There's 2 videos that go, you know, sharing forwards and thanking. And I'll get better at this, okay? And I think it will work if it's a closed group. This is my first and last attempt. My first and last attempt. And I do this publicly to everybody to try to say, you know, people I've met, somehow I failed to do it one-on-one. But this is the first time since, what was it called? Peace Labs in the beginning of 2001. This is the first time I have had a group of people, and I'm terrible at this, to go, could you come together and can you see what you're doing collectively? That was the attempt today. It's not about my book, really. It's not really about the projects. It is. It's all about what we're doing. But it's about us doing something and then seeing the result of it. That's what I'm trying to show. So there's sections from the book. I might read this next thing about listening a bit more, about deepening. I've talked enough. I think the people that were doing the projects probably didn't get enough time to talk. And other people who responded, you haven't had any time to talk. So, but it's not about talking. If we can enact our listening well, the world will change. If we can enact our listening, the world will change. So in my book, there are 7 system changes, and we've just described basically one of them, or tried to play around with one of them, and that is eco squared, the economic, which is scale. Okay, that's the first one. Okay, we talk a little bit about open business, about sharing, how do we share and tracking value. I'll do one little example if you want to before I kind of close it a bit. In fact, I'll do it now because I enjoy it. All right. But there are other things about this reflexive reading, how are we listening? So we think it's just us here. But when this is shared forwards and people in the future, they're present and listening to us in the past, they go, oh, this is interesting, and they'll share it forwards. So whatever project you've got, you trust people to share it forwards, and that's it. And if we get that right, world changes. Strategos, which Glenn's doing about how do we go forwards collectively, and he's got a very nice way of thinking about it and kind of hosting that kind of think space. Mathematics, you wouldn't believe it, there is a hack for maths. Education, which Julie happens to be working on, and Mirror Mosaic, it's stories, the stories we tell. But I just want to finish with this thing before, if we want to go on to the next, but give people an opportunity to leave. I'm going to show you this one feature function. Why are we thanking each other? Because